We are Nelson and Kim Harvey, Canadian adventure seekers living on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. We embarked on an amazing 18-day road trip from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. But we didn't take the quick, boring route, no. We decided to cross 2 provinces, 25 states, and 2 border crossings for this epic road trip. Of course, we had Monty the Mountie Moose by our side to check out all the sights, as well as indulge in some unique cuisine to each area we visited. Share in our journey with our multi-episode account of the biggest road trip either of us have ever done. So come and hitch a ride with us.
I don't know if you guys can see, but really far out there, there's a guitar. Yeah. Well, half of a guitar. The stem of the guitar, or the neck of the guitar is not there. I don't think we weren't expecting that.
Nope.
And we're in the middle of a bit of a rainstorm, so kind of popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was like some kind of a sci-fi movie. Also, it's just this tower thing coming through the mist.
Yeah, it's weird. So that's kind of cool and weird at the same time.
And here we are at the Dolphin Research Center. And what is, I'm told, the grave site of Flipper the Dolphin. We can come up and we can park right beside it. There's the car.
We checked out the world's largest lobster sculpture named Betsy. Nelson just had to stop here and, well, let me just say, she is a beast. Nelson and I both recommend the Hungry Tarpon to come if you want to have an amazing, cool, unique experience for lunch or dinner.
What do you think of your lunchtime view?
It's pretty nice. This is the bluest, most turquoise waters I think I've ever seen out there.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Woo. Welcome to the Florida Keys. All right, here we go. First time ever, we have conch fritters, Wagyu beef sliders. Who has Wagyu beef sliders? And then your standard onion rings.
We are.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this.
Yes, we've never had this before, so it should be really good. Oh, look at that.
You need to dip it.
Oh, that's pretty good. Nom, nom. Wagyu beef sliders by the ocean.
Then it was off to Robbie's Marina, home of the world famous tarpon feeding, voted the #1 place in the Keys that every tourist should visit, and I'm gonna say it's quite the experience, one of which I don't think Nelson's going to soon forget. Admission to the dock is $2.50 American per person, and each bucket of fish costs $4.50, which includes 5 to 8 per bucket.
You guys have a great time. Watch out for the pelicans.
Thank you. Yeah,
no kidding.
Get to feed the tarpon. I'm taking my which face? I'm taking off my
Rings.
rings. I'm gonna take the watch off as a precautionary measure.
I will be holding on to them.
There you go. I'll put my pocket.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, we've been told to watch out for the
Pelicans.
For the pelicans.
Woo! Nice one.
Oh, look at the size of that thing!
Yeah.
Look at that!
Oh my god! Oh my god, your hand! Look at your hand. Let's see. Oh my god!
Crazy!
They're eyeing you up. They're eyeing you up, Harvey. Oh! They didn't have to work for that one. Oh! Whoa! Okay, you're final. Look at his head.
Look at these guys. They're all hanging out. That's crazy.
Okay, look at the war wounds. Oh my word.
These fish are like 4 or 5 feet. It's insane.
Did you have fun though?
Oh, it was cool. Oh,
Oh, they're on the 7 Mile Bridge, I think. Or no, we're about to enter the 7 Mile Bridge ahead.
it's so weird. You're driving along and it's like boat there,
Boat there.
boat there.
Boats there. It's so weird not to see land or very little land on the other side.
Yeah. I think that's the old bridge right there. That's the old train bridge.
Oh, right next to us. Right.
The original train bridge that runs the entire length of the Keys.
So cool. I just love the water. The water is so pretty here. And we just came from doing the Tarpon thing.
Yeah, you can tell because
Nelson's hand's a little bit better than it was, but my goodness.
And that thing took a chunk out of me.
Yep, took a good chunk. And we did this, but tip would be to remove all rings and watches or anything you have on your wrists or fingers before you do it.
Totally do that because that thing, literally, I mean, my hand was in his mouth about that far.
Yeah.
Can't stress enough how big those fish are. I'm talking like 5 feet. Big. I don't think 5 feet when I think tarpon. Apparently they are.
Well, I guess they would be if you keep feeding them every day, all day long.
All day long.
Yeah, with the tourist season, they must love tourist season.
Yeah.
All right, now we're about to hit the 7 Mile Bridge.
Channel number 5.
We were just discussing in the car in Canada, we would never see bridges like this other than the Confederation Bridge.
PEI.
To PEI for New Brunswick. Other than that, if there were islands like this in Canada, like this, and there likely are, we would never see bridges connecting them ever. Because we just don't spend that money on that infrastructure at all.
There wouldn't have been an economic reason to do it.
No.
Like BC is a prime example. Like the second or third largest city in all of Canada, right next to an island with 1 million people on it, and there's no bridge. There's an hour-and-a-half ferry ride.
And we're talking Vancouver Island.
Yeah, Vancouver Island is huge.
Yeah.
But there's no island. There's no bridge to the island.
Which is, as the locals would say, it keeps the riffraff out. You had fun with the carbon though, didn't you? That was pretty exciting, actually.
Yes, the tarpon had fun with me.
Or tarpon. I keep calling it carpon, like it's a carp.
Tarpon.
Big tarpons.
Then we were off to the History of Diving Museum here in Florida. Over a span of 40 years, doctors Joe and Sally Bauer acquired one of the world's largest collections of diving helmets, hand-operated air pumps, armored suits, lights, and other accessory gear, plus memorabilia, prints, photographs, books, film, and video. Their passion took them to virtually every corner of the world, and the museum's collection now represents the contributions of more than 30 countries to diving history. The History of Diving Museum was first incorporated in 2000 and opened to the public on a part-time basis in September 2005. For the next 12 months, the museum installed a new exhibit monthly, opening each exhibit with a lecture and a tour. The museum began a full-time operation in September 2006. Sadly, the museum suffered a tragic setback in early 2007. The unexpected death of Dr. Joseph Bauer left a large void in the overall organization and the historical documentation. Although the museum took some time to recover, to its credit, it has managed to overcome and adapt. Dr. Joseph Bauer's legacy is a major theme at the museum and inspires its continued development. Dr. Sally Bauer exemplifies the fortitude of the museum and also serves to remind us of the original vision and purpose.
The first watertight diving armor, 1913. Made by the Hagnick Company, formerly Nudefelt. In Kiel, Germany, the observation turret. All right, so here we are. We've been a little lax on the map, but the last place we showed you guys was in the Outer Banks, right up here. And now we are down in the Florida Keys.
We just actually are out in the parking lot of
The History of Diving Museum in the Florida Keys.
So we thought I'd take advantage of the parking space and some shade.
Yes. So when we came down, we went from here in Kill Devil Hills, and we went across here all the way over to I-95. Then we came down I-95, the world's largest sombrero tower, and then we came down farther still, and we came off the highway in Charleston, and and down to Charleston. And we were in Charleston for the night, and it rained and rained and rained. It was absolutely gorgeous the whole way along. Then we got into Charleston and it rained. So we ate in the room that night. And we got up the next morning and we toured around Charleston, and then we got going again. And we went out along here, out to the highway. And we passed through here, went past Savannah, all the way down to the Florida-Georgia line. And we stopped in
the naval base.
The naval base here, yeah, right down here on the Florida-Georgia line, just for a couple minutes. Tried to see a buddy of mine, but he had bike troubles and we had timing issues, so we did not get to see him, unfortunately. But maybe we'll get to see him in a bit. And then we just kept going, went around Jacksonville, down 95, kept coming down, and then we went over into Orlando, where we went and saw Harry Potter.
Yay! We got to spend 2 nights in one hotel room. It was nice.
It was very, very nice. And then we took off this morning, and we came down here, came all the way down, stayed on the interstate, came down, came all the way down through here, past Fort Lauderdale in Miami. Came down here, went to Key Largo, and we're all the way down in about here right now.
And that's not the end of our day.
By the end of our day, we're going to Key West. There we go. So, right, all the way from Halifax, basically did the entire east coast of the United States. And then tomorrow we start our way north and west. We'll come back up, we'll go to Key Largo, and then we'll start heading up this direction.
Then we made it to Key West, Florida. Key West is part of Florida's Keys archipelago. It's also Florida's southernmost point, laying roughly 90 miles north of Cuba. Famed for its pastel-hued, conch-style houses, it's a cruise ship stop also accessible from the mainland via the overseas highway. It's known more for its coral reefs, destinations for diving and snorkeling, than it is for its beaches. We just happened to arrive on a Saturday, which meant that there was an open evening market, which was amazing to wander and check out all of the local goodies. Even though it was cloudy on this night, we still had an amazing sunset, walking around the boardwalk, checking out the people, the sounds. Key West is definitely a water baby's heaven. There's pretty much everything you ever want to do is here in Key West, and pretty much throughout the whole Florida Keys. On our next episode, Nelson, Monty, and I make a quick stop at the southernmost point for a picture before heading up to the Keys to visit the Turtle Hospital, where we were schooled on all the amazing work that this hospital does. If you love turtles as much as we do, the Turtle Hospital here in Florida is a definite must. And when in Rome, you must try a traditional key lime pie. And to finish off the day, we took a glass bottom cocktail hour boat ride. So come hitch a ride with us.